all the zombies this time instead of the plants, because we already did all the plants. So what's this? So Imp, this guy has a ridiculous fire rate, and it's even though he has a bit of low health, it's because he also has a mech, and I also be rating the mechs too. Well, like ranking the mechs, but including the Imp. So yeah. So regular Imp is great. It's just the only problem is if you ever shoot with this character, you're probably most likely not going to land all the shots unless you have really great aim. So that's what makes him really good but really bad at the same time. But his mech on the other hand is a perfect fire rate, is really good aim. But the only problem is with this character is that there's another version which is Party Imp, which I find slightly worse because the mech is how should I say it? It goes really fast. Like the durability on the mech is really fast, so you can't get able to play with the mech much as you could do with them. So regular Imp is going in not S tier but A tier because of the fire rate. And Party Imp also put him at A tier, but at the least, like the last. Lil Drake is another character which I find. I'm fine with this character, unless because I'm only good with Lil Drake if I had another character to play as. You see, Lil Drake was the first character I've ever got of an imp, and he was my favorite because that was the only imp I had. And I stopped playing with him after a while because he got a bit boring and it just was a bit weird. So if you heard that noise, it was just something else. But his mech, on the other hand, is also not great because it's really, you have to get really close, and his abilities are horrible. And not Lil Drake, but the mech. So I'm putting this guy in C tier. So now we move on to Pylon Imp. This guy, hold up. So basically, what Pylon is a type of, it's a guy who, it's a cone man. I used to never like this character because of his fire and it's like popcorn because it just stops after a while. But since I changed, I actually like this character better than Pops because it has splash and it's really good to aim. Not like Popcorn where you have to like actually shoot so far away. This character, I don't know, something just makes it really good. And his mech is actually really overpowered, so I'm putting his best in tier. Shrimp, I find, I'm gonna say this, and I hope none of you guys get angry. He's the most overrated imp in this game. I'm sorry for some of you guys who love this character. I don't understand. It's like a soldier, but with less health, but more ammo. I don't even like this character, and neither it's mech. Our party up as well, I already said what happened. Scallywagon, S tier. This character is my favorite imp, because he's a legendary, and the music is so fire, and he does a lot of damage, and he's just going straight now. Not F tier, S tier. Oh, I forgot to rate Shrimp, and yeah. Shrimp is going straight in C tier. Super Brain's regular form. This character is, I don't know exactly how to rate this character because he's good, he's mid-low. So I put him in B because he's not great. Cosmic, I see a lot of people playing with him, and I agree that he's good. But the only problem is what I have with this character is that if you do want to get some vanquishes with this character, you have to really get up close, or else you'll probably know. But it's also like, if you also use your like cosmic beam, it's like it just ends after a while because I don't know, it's just not good. For Super Brains and Cosmic, I'll put them both in C tier because they're fine, just not great. Electro Brains is a different story because I don't know, because on multiple hits and it does a lot of damage, and it does a lot. It's good, it's not great. So I'll put them in B tier. Toxic Brains S tier, nothing could beat this guy. Because his first hit does 20 damage, his second hit does 30. Hold on, wait. And its third hit does 50, so that means all in all, it does 90 damage, which I find overpowered because it could just get rid of like almost every character. It's also toxic over, I think it does 60 per hit, which I find overpowered. So this is S tier. Party Brains is like kind of overrated. I know it's a bit like fun to play as, but I just don't play him as much as I used to because he got been boring for me. So I'm putting this guy in D tier because he also has party mode or party time. Breakfast Brains is a different story because when you play as Breakfast Brains, you have, and plus you can't hit in the air, which makes it much worse to play as Party Brains. And Curi's breakfasts are really fast, but it takes time and you'll probably die after that. And if you want to use that or spatter, it just ends after a bit, and you don't want that. So on this guy is going in D tier because he's not great and he's really bad. Okay, Captain Deadbeard and Captain Partyman are technically the same, but since Captain Partyman has party mode, he's going in A tier, and Captain Deadbeard is going in B tier. Okay, like Egg, I find an EP, I find Captain Deadbeard sorta good and sorta not great. It's because that every time you play with Captain Cannon, it's like those explosive things that always happen. I don't like them because if you want to shoot more at a time, it's a bit of a, I like shooting more than a time, so I never play with Captain Deadbeard or Captain Cannon a lot. Captain Flameface and Captain Sharkbite are two of the most overrated and most not even known characters in this game. Both of these characters don't like be played as much. I see some people play as Flameface, and I never see a lot of people playing a Sharkbite. So that's why I have to put both of them in C tier because they're both not great and not that overpowered. Captain Squawk, he used to be good since but ever since I got what's his name? Captain Partyman, it kind of changed. So I always played with Captain Partyman then Captain Squawk, but I still like him, so I'll put him in A tier. Okay, Soldier, Super Commando, Arctic Trooper, Tank Commander, General Supremo, Camo Ranger, Park Ranger, and School Soldier are all going in S tier. I don't care what everyone says. Yeah, do the best. But what about these two, you say? The reason why I don't put these guys in S tier is because something's a bit off with them. Every time you play with Sky Trooper, it's a bit difficult because it goes really fast and you kind of just waste your ammo after that. So that's what makes him, for me, not great for me. And Centurion is the most overrated and sort of underrated character and I find him really weak, and he's the worst out of the bunch. So I have to put him in A tier, even Sky Trooper. Doesn't matter, it's still a good tier though. Engineer is, he's mid right now, but for some reason I like him better in Garden in Battle for Neighborville than this game, because for some reason in the other game I like it when he has that turn, because you could just spam and you don't have to like reload all the time, which makes it weird. Yeah. So that's why I have to put him in I'm gonna put this guy in B tier. Welder is just kind of like it's just kind of like regular, because he just shoots fire instead of just shooting regular, and yeah, that's kind of it. I see a lot of people playing with electrician, and I find him I don't like him. Every time I play against them, it's so difficult, and I hate it. And I will never ever play this character. But Mechanic, on the other hand, this guy is really good. The only problem is with this character, it's like a soldier. I don't want that. Every character has to have their own ability sometimes, because like Shrimp, this character is like a soldier with just more health, and I think more health. I don't know. Well, yeah, the same health. You can get more health. But this character is just like a soldier, but I'm still gonna put him in S tier because he's really good, even though I haven't maxed him out. Painter and sanitation expert. They're sort of, for some reason, I feel like they're the best ones out of all of them, but they're not great at the same time. So I'll put them both in A tier. Plumber is also another character I see a lot of people playing as, and I could agree he's fine. The only problems that I have with this character is that every time you play with this character, he has this problem where all engineers have it too. Every time you want to shoot at someone, it might not even reach because it goes down immediately. So that's what makes him not good at the same time. So I'm putting this guy in C tier. Landscaper for me is an S tier. I don't know why, it's just, I don't know, I love landing hits on him so much. And the sound, for some reason, I love it. And he does a lot of damage. 30 damage per shot. That's a lot of damage for just an engineer. And finally, we have Rhodey Z and AC Perry. Rhodey Z and AC Perry are two of the least favorites out of all the engine games. Every time you play with them, they're both sorta, you're just not gonna get a hit with most of them. Sure, AC Perry has, like, his freeze ability, but sure, it slows down people. It just doesn't have that much range. So I have to put both of these guys in, how should I say it? Oh yeah, C tier. No, D tier. Okay, scientists and computer scientists are technically the same thing, so as with chemist, and yeah, just chemist, scientist, and reg scientist, and computer scientists are going straight in S tier. I don't care what people say about it, they're both amazing. Marine biologists and astronaut are also going in S tier because they both, sure, it does a lot if you do not that close, because the scientists, you have to get up close, but these two, since they shoot fast and they do a lot of damage, you go up close, I'm still gonna put them in S tier. Physics and archaeologists are both sort of mid at this point. I don't know why a lot of people say that these are both good characters. I find both of them really overrated. So I'm putting both of them in C tier. Dr. Toxic is another character which is the worst out of the scientists. I find a lot of people over, but it's not true. He's actually really good. I don't care. I don't know why a lot of people. I don't know why a lot of people say he's not good. So I'll put this guy in B tier. For these two, zoologist is going in. I'm sorry for some of you who love this guy. I have to put him in F tier. I don't like playing with close range characters like this. Every time I play with a close range character, it's a bit, because if you're playing against a chomper, what are you gonna do? Tell me. You're just gonna be dying by a chomper because you're just gonna get burrowed or get eaten by the back. So this guy's sorry, it's F tier. Paleontologist is a B tier because he's paleontologist. What do you think? For all the all-stars except for goalie star, all-star, tennis star, and where are you? Hockey star. All of them are going in C tier because they're all mid and they're not great. No. But for all-star, hockey star, goalie star, and tennis star, they're going in A tier because B tier because they're good. It's just because I like them because they shoot faster. But even though like some of them, like baseball star, shoots faster, it has that problem with this, and I don't like it with the range. But even though it has that, but I forgot two other characters from last episode and two characters here too. We forgot about Torchwood Hovergo 3000 and Z7 Imp. I never played with Z7 Imp because he was a character I'm not playing on the deluxe version. So yeah, I don't play with him. But if I ever had to play with him, I would, if I've seen these videos, I would put him in S tier because he's actually sweet. And for Torchwood and Hovergoat, how should I say it? I don't think I could rate them. I never played with the characters. I never even got them. I don't even know how it works, and I wish I could, because I would have played with them a lot. But since I don't know how to get them, I'm not gonna pay like that much money to get a character. So they're going straight in F tier. Sorry, but Z7 and S tier. Cause look, look how much. Look, view offer. Let me see. How much is it gonna be? It's gonna be I think $13. So I'm not gonna do that. But that's gonna be it for today's ranking. Maybe next time we're gonna be ranking BFN characters. So yeah, thank you guys for watching.